Hello, friends. Welcome back to Consider Yourself Lucky. We are in the midst of the holiday season. We are about, a month away till Christmas. And I thought I'd take this time to just maybe share how I am approaching my first holiday season without my husband. I'll preface this by saying I am like a Christmas nut. My husband would refer to me as Christmas crazy. I know that he secretly loved it. If it wasn't for me, the tree might not go up and all of these things. But, that's what happens when you have a family and have kids. You start to appreciate those things that you might not have really done or thought of before. But, anyways, our kind of thing was always you can decorate in November, but not till November 12th. So we would always wait till after Remembrance Day, which is what's here in Canada, which is a holiday. And I would always decorate on the 12th. So, prior to this, I would have never have thought there would be a time in my life where I would think of the holidays and like shudder. Like it just didn't, like the holidays to me just kind of like are inside me. Like everything just gets me excited, from the music to the Christmas movies to the lights to just everything. It's just such a magical time of year. And I would have never have thought that I would be like, about Christmas coming, it wasn't something I ever thought would happen. I always used to say too, I will never spend Christmas in a tropical climate. Like not a chance. I don't like winter, but I do like snow at Christmas time. And it's funny, after Dana died, the first thing I thought was, there's no way I can be here for Christmas. Like I want to be far, far away, somewhere in a tropical climate. But anyways, the kids got off the bus on November 12th and they were expecting Christmas to pretty much have thrown up in the house, right? They were expecting everything to be decorated. And they were not happy when things were not put up and the tree wasn't put up and all of our twinkling lights are everywhere. Trying to explain to the children why it's tough for me right now. They get it, but they don't, right? And I don't expect them to get it. I just, ultimately, you want to do what's going to make them happy, but it's still freaking hard. Even if you're enlisting help from people, and it's all really, really hard. So anyways, needless to say, things did not get decorated on the 12th, but I got up on the 13th, I put on some Christmas music, and I thought, I'm going to try to do what I can. And I was able to decorate everything. And yes, it was hard. It was hard to take out like his stocking, and it was hard to do all of these things, but I got it done. The kids were so happy about it. And right now I feel like I could almost somewhat enjoy the holiday season. Had I not have done that, I probably would have still been just kind of wallowing in the way that I'm feeling right now, which there's nothing wrong with. But I am glad that I gave myself that little extra push to do it, because now I feel a little bit better about it. So I thought I would kind of share a few things that I have kind of thought to myself in my head, what I'm going to do in order to make how I'm basically going to approach the holidays season this year, because it is going to be different. And I thought I'd share the tips with you that I kind of have in my head, and maybe they would be helpful, whether it's your first holiday, your 15th. I know all of them are just somewhat different after you lose somebody that you love. So the first thing that I'm definitely going to be doing this holiday is I'm just going to acknowledge my feelings. That's like the most important thing. If I'm feeling sad and upset, there's nothing wrong with that, because it's a friggin' really crappy thing. It sucks. And I don't want to sugarcoat it like it's not, right? So that's the first thing, is I want to know for myself and my kids that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's even okay to feel guilty about celebrating, because that's the thing too, is, you feel guilt that your husband's not here. But then again, I think of it on the other coin, where it's like, my kid said, Daddy would want to have the tree up. He would want to he's with us always, and he wants to have Christmas. And it's true. Like, he would be even more upset if I didn't do anything, right? So letting myself and the kids know that our emotions are valid is definitely one of the things I'm doing, and just creating space to, acknowledge those things, whether it's through conversations with people, whether I'm journaling about it, just acknowledging how I'm feeling and knowing that it's okay. So the second thing I'm trying to do is really like simplify traditions, right? Like, I'm just not in the headspace to be doing a lot of things like I would usually do. Like, the kids asked where their daily activity advent calendar was and if I was putting it up. And I don't want to crush their dreams, but it's not something I physically or mentally want to do this year. So I'm just going to do different things, like I actually bought them like advent calendars, like actual, the advent calendars that have little things inside of them. I actually bought those instead of making my own with all the activities because I just knew that I didn't want to put that pressure on myself. So acknowledging that, whether you're the person that hosted your holiday dinners all the time, maybe you don't do that this year. I just think it's really important to know your boundaries and set your limits ahead of time and know that things could change. Like right now I'm like, yeah, we'll do, Christmas with so and so and Christmas here and Christmas there. But I am going to hold myself accountable that if I'm not feeling it, if my kids aren't feeling it, we aren't going to do it. And it's not that we want to hurt other people's feelings, but right now it's literally about us and what we can handle, and people are either going to agree with that or not, but ultimately it's up to you. So simplifying how we're doing things is another big thing. Thirdly, I really wanted to involve the kids more this year, like how they wanted to do things, right? Like I've asked them kind of where they want to be for Christmas Eve. One of them wants to go to their grandparents. The other wants to stay here because they want to make sure that daddy's going to be here with us. Like, yeah, that doesn't help because everyone wants to do something different, but just having them know that they can kind of talk to me about what they're hoping for this year, I think is a really big thing. Another thing that I'm really doing this year is honoring my husband in every aspect of the holiday season, like as if he was still here, basically. Like one of the first movies we watch every holiday is Christmas Vacation. It was our favorite, like best movie ever. And we used to always watch it. That was like our first Christmas movie to watch. My husband and I would always watch it on Christmas Eve with a bottle of red wine when we were putting out the kids' stuff for Christmas. Like all those things I still want to do. I still want to do our charcuterie board that I made on Christmas Eve. And I want to have a place for him at the table and put his picture on the table. I just really want my kids to know that he's still included. I want to know that he's still included. And I think that that's just going to be a really important thing. I'd like to light a candle for him on Christmas Day. I still have his stocking set up, obviously. And the kids and I thought that we'd fill his stocking with all of his favorite chocolates and treats and stuff like that he always liked. And then, of course, we would eat them. But it's just a fun way, whether we cook like his favorite holiday dish or it's just a really good way to keep his memory alive. And I feel like it's going to be really comforting for all of us involved. And lastly, I think that it's just really important to, ask for help, accept support when it comes to you, tell people what you need, what's going to be beneficial, what's going to help you through this time, because a lot of people don't know exactly what you need. They're going to wait for you to ask, which you hope a lot of people just kind of know, but some people don't. So you just need to tell them. You have to say, if you're not up for doing the Christmas gift exchange this year, you just need to say that you're not up for it this year. And people are going to be understanding. Chances are the other person might be like, great, actually, I didn't want to do that this year anyways. So don't be afraid to voice your opinions, say how you're feeling and how you want this holiday season to look. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'm definitely going to be utilizing some of those things. Ultimately, I know my husband's still with us and I want him to still be able to experience and feel the magic of Christmas. So that's what's kind of really pushing me forward, and knowing that I don't want my kids to feel any different this holiday. Yes, they can be sad and all of that stuff because that's 100% normal, but they still want the magic and I still want to be able to provide that for them. So thanks for being here and thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.